Hello and welcome to a slightly different edition of Diecast Restos. I'm Jason and today I have a series of 5 different Tomica Limited models that have been tampered with by a previous owner. Each of them had been stripped of their tyres and rims, though this particular car's set were present, just removed. Both Nissans also had broken rear wings. The Tomica Limited line ran from 2001 until 2013, producing classic Tomica models in a higher level of detail, featuring more trim, decals and rubber wheels. The series of race cars that I have here are from Japan's JGTC Super GT Championship. The blue Calsonic model was released in 2006 and is based on the 2005 race car, while the remainder were released in 2005 and are based on cars that competed in the 2004 season. The Tomica Limited line was replaced by the Tomica Premium series after its 2013 discontinuation. Now, this selection of models in all-round very good condition, aside from the wheels, set me back a whopping £4.70 on eBay, delivered. What's that, like $6.25? Bargain. The decals on all of these are superb, so I didn't want to interfere with them too much. So I decided that I will try to carefully take them apart, tidy up any light chips or scratches, and either replace the wheels entirely with sets that match the real racers, or refit the wheels that were supplied in the case of the Calsonic. All of these carry iconic liveries from the JGTC Championship. They tended to remain very much the same year on year. I remembered these styles of liveries and sponsors from the Gran Turismo games of years gone by. In the 2004 game Gran Turismo 4, there are several JGTC cars that feature these liveries. But instead of the 350 or Fairlady Zs carrying Calsonic or Xanavi liveries, it was the R34 Skyline GTR. That said, a Motul liveried Fairlady Z did appear in the game. Here we're taking a look at the models when box fresh compared to the real cars. It looks as if Tomica favoured 5-spoke rims over those more reflective of the real sets generally. Take this Supra, which I could only find photos of running BBS style multi-spokes. The NSXs were also typically fitted with race spec TE37s. I've tried to reflect this as best I could with my wheel choices, though the Xanavi Fairlady Z I saw sporting TE37s and 5 spokes in equal measure. I liked the look of the 6 rather than 5 spokes more though. I went with Creative 164's Volk T37s, which match the image in set. For the Supra, it's the BBS E88s. It's the TE37s again for the Honda NSX, the same again for the TAKATA car. So for this build, I'm going to be a bit more cautious, protecting the bodywork as much as I can along the way, hence the plush towel I'm drilling out the rivets on. I'm careful to discard all of the shavings so that they don't damage the body either. But once those posts have been drilled out, we can take a look at the inside of each casting. The Calsonic 350 has loads of hair wrapped around the axles, which carry the wheel hubs. Inside is a basic interior piece, not exactly set up for GT racing. The window pieces are quite secure beneath a cast metal retainer to the front, so I will just leave these where they are as I clean up a bit with a cotton bud. This is the wheel rim and tyre combined, which I hoped would slide over the hub. It wouldn't. I had tried several times to fit these while the casting was assembled, but to no avail. The best way it seems was to fit the tyre first and then the rim piece, which still took quite a bit of effort. But eventually we have something representing a wheel. So this Calsonic Fairlady Z was the only model of my 5 that was based on a 2005 car. That year, the series was renamed from the All Japan Grand Touring Car Championship JGTC to Super GT. Driving the number 12 car that year were Japanese driver Yuji Ide and future Super GT champion and 3-time Le Mans winner Benoit Treluye. The pair would finish 11th overall at the end of the season, with their best result 3rd at Motegi. With those wheels and rear wing refitted, I seal the model back up with glue rather than drilling out and tapping the posts, as I felt that there was a greater chance of damage going down that route. It still needs a few exterior touches, which I'll come on to shortly. The body is slightly different on the Xanavi car, with its raised haunches and its cast solid rear window, or at least where the rear window would have been. The real number 1 car was driven by Satoshi Motoyama in the 2004 JGTC. He had won the 2003 championship alongside German Michael Krum. Motoyama was paired with British driver Richard Lyons, and the pair would win that year's championship, taking 2 wins and 2 third-place finishes. On to the Supra, which in 2004 was piloted by 1995 Le Mans GT2 winner Akira Aida and 3-time Super GT winner Juichi Wakisaka. They finished 3rd in the championship, with 3 second-place finishes their best results of the year. I'm not sure the interior of their car carried rear seats like this model does. After a quick clean, I test fit those BBS E88s. The Autobax racing team Aguri NSX, otherwise known as the ATA NSX, featured Japanese drivers Katsutomo Kanaishi and 2007 Super GT winner Daisuke Ito. They finished 2004 last of the classified entries, picking up just 2 points for a 9th placed finish at Sportsland Sugo. It's a shame that the car didn't go as well as it looked with that Dayglow livery. Another cracking looking car is the TAKATA NSX, which I have to admit looks better on the gold wheels it ran in later years rather than the green of 2004. But I have to stay true to reality. Those TE37s will be painted green too. I accidentally left my camera running while test fitting those wheels, which reminded me, and conveniently went on for as long as, the King of the Hill theme. Most of the NSXs entered in 2004 had a poor season, including the number 18 Takata car, driven by 2000 JGTC champion Ryo Michigami and Frenchman Sebastien Philippe. They were only 4 points better off than the ATA NSX, finishing 14th overall with 2 8th place finishes at Sepang and Tokachi, their best efforts. This paint came out powdery, as you can see here. I'm not sure about what went wrong with this rattle can, but I managed to brush it off and redo the same set of wheels with a new can I ordered. I was recently contacted by Artex, who wanted me to try out their acrylic marker sets. They are water-based and brush-tipped, making application touching up any damage here a breeze. They do dry to a matte effect though, so you will need to coat them in gloss if that's the effect you're going for. This isn't a sponsored video, they simply asked me to trial these in my videos and give an honest opinion. They have an impressive array of colours available, not just the few you see me using here. I'll try and show some more of the variety in some of my upcoming videos. It turned out that my trusty Artistro set had the best matching blue to the Calsonic livery. So I touch up the chunk of damage that it has taken to the wheel arch. And now I can begin reassembling each of the 4 custom wheeled models. Here then are all 5 of my Tomica Limited JGTC cars as I received them from the eBay seller who sold them to me for a bargain. I had one set of wheels for the Calsonic Fairlady Z, but the rest I needed to find some suitable replacements for and lose those hubs. I wanted to be sympathetic to the original car's wheel sets, and that's where Creative 164's TE37s and BBS E88s came in. So let's see how they all turned out. I hope you'll agree that they now look far nicer on actual rims, rather than those plastic brake discs on the axle ends. Obviously the wheels are the big story here, but I've also done some subtle tidying to the bodywork on each. I'm not sure if the damage was from playwear or from the previous owner trying to pry the wheels off for use on other projects. Both Nissans had detached rear wings, but thankfully they remained with the models, as did the set of 5-spoke rims for this Calsonic Fairlady Z. 6-spoke TE37s from Creative 164 feature on the other 350 and both NSXs, while the BBS E88s look great on the Supra. But here's the big question, which of these is your favourite? Tell me down in the comments, and be sure to leave a like as well. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and stick around for some period footage of these machines in action. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.